comment you made a couple days ago. You said if you took over as governor, you'd cancel Black History Month in this state. Can you explain, your reasoning behind that? I think it's for a lot of people that was shocking to hear someone say that.
Now, so we're all Americans. We come from very different backgrounds. We have Norwegians, we have Finnish, we have Swedish, Polish, German. We have people from African backgrounds in this country. We're all immigrants who came to this country. And so therefore, even including the indigenous American people, the indigenous native people, the people from very different backgrounds, the thing that should unite us is the idea of the American identity, not because of the small group that we come from, because it's polarizing. If we're going to have a Black History Month, then what about a Finnish History Month? What happens to a Jewish History Month? What happens to a Swedish History Month? The list goes on and on and on. But these are all American history. So therefore, I feel that as governor, the way to move forward to stop this division and this polarization that's going on in our community is to forge a single American identity that we can all identify with first. No one is saying you should get rid of your background, and no one is saying that in the middle of that, there's not going to be any Black history being taught or people of that background history being taught. But also, how about Finnish history? How about Norwegian history? How about German history? How about the rest of the people that make up this great and beautiful state of Michigan also having their history being taught in an American History Month, which can encompass all of this? That's my point of view, and I stand by that statement.
And what would you say to, some critics who would probably say, stories of Black history haven't been shown as much as, other parts of history, and this month is needed to, raise those stories up to give more strength to them?
Would they agree that maybe perhaps we should have like a White History Month? Would that sound all right? This is where this is headed. This is offensive. This is unfair to the rest of Americans who also come from various backgrounds. We need to have one American identity. We're all Americans. At least we can agree on that. I hope so, because the people who are disagreeing with this seem to be suggesting that by having an American history, their own history is not going to be taught in that. Now, maybe statistically, you may be looking at the numbers and the demographic. So somehow, maybe some people might have more people or more history, but you have to look at the numbers, right? There is no way that we can all have equal number of people represented in the history that is being taught, because then it becomes unfair, because then you're dwindling the numbers and the achievement of other people just so that you can bump your numbers up. It's not right. It's immoral. It's absolutely wrong. And we should not be supporting anything like that.
And let's move towards more of your campaign now. I mean, what's your pitch to, let's say, West Michigan voters where you're from, or voters across the state? I mean, why would you be the best to represent them in Lansing?
Because over the years, people are sick and tired of politicians coming up and promising to be the political messiah for the state. People just want a breath of fresh air. They want someone who's real and honest and who cares and loves this country and loves this people, loves this state. So I have shown that, first of all, I reach out to people. I go out and meet people. I believe I'm the first candidate who has gone out to all 83 counties in a very long time. And I did that in order to connect with people. That's the kind of governor I want to be. I'm going to be the people's governor.
And obviously a political newcomer, do you believe you have a legitimate shot here to not only win the primary, but then go up against Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who does have higher than 50% approval ratings right now?
Well, I am new, but I'm young, I'm charismatic, I'm energetic. I'm not afraid to speak the truth and stand up for the people of Michigan. There are so many people who have come up who will back down, who would turn against the people of Michigan. Michiganders are sick and tired of that. We just want somebody who represents us, represents the people, and speaks for us. And I believe that's what Michiganders see in me. Doesn't matter if I'm a newcomer, we are going to win the election, we're going to win the nomination, and we will go on to defeat Gretchen Whitmer.
Any final thoughts you want to share? Anything we didn't touch on that you think is important to share with us?
So we're all Americans. That's the first thing that unites us. Nothing else unites us than the American identity. And that's what we need to hold on to. Holding on to our various groups is tribalism. And that's going to tear this country apart. This country is made up of so many different people. If everyone held on to their own little background, then we have no American identity. And I don't stand for that. I stand for a single American identity.
I made an earlier video where I spoke on Black History Month. And I spoke on the fact that every Black History Month for the last 5, 10 years, maybe even longer, has been a holiday for racists and other dissidents who have beef with our community. These people have a weird fixation with us. Above all else, you don't see them doing this in Asian American Month or Cinco de Mayo. You don't see them attacking other people, you know. But this video is a blatant example of one such attack, and it's unsurprisingly coming from a non-foundational Black person, somebody from the motherland. This guy's a politician. He's successful. They say he's some kind of inventor and everything, and he's running for governor of Michigan. And one of his deals is that he wants to dismantle Black History Month. But I don't know why that bothers him so much. There's so many problems that he could be solving over there, like the rampant white supremacy that threatened the former governor over there. But he's talking to a certain mindset. He thinks they're going to elect his dumbass because he's taking up their talking points. But he doesn't realize that he looks like one of us. But to us in the ethnic community, he's as alien as E.T. with that big ass head of his. This guy has everything you could want in the American dream. And he sees fit to launch an attack at our community. And I just can't let that stand. He's a coon of the highest order. And he deserves a big fucking coon club. This guy has a nice family, a nice house, a nice spread and everything, but he sits up laying at night thinking about how he can screw around with people who haven't gotten their due yet. Imbalance or whatnot. I don't care who feels something about this. If you are upset about me talking about reparations or anything like that, you're probably a racist, okay? You're probably a fucking racist, all right? Because people don't give a fuck, don't give a fuck. Nobody even making no bones about the Asian community getting all those set-asides and the actual civil rights bill. We didn't get shit. They said that our women voted the current administration in large numbers. So whatever, But the best thing this asshole could do is make a pledge to dismantle Black History Month, saying it's not fair that they should have a White History Month and anything else month. As far as that White History Month goes, every day is White History Month. That's what we learn in our schools, white history. They wrote those books, okay? You think they're going to write something unfavorable about themselves in that book? But he don't care. He's over here to kiss ass, okay? He's over there to rub his face all up in the crack of a non-melanated ass. And he is eating a whole box of butter biscuits, okay? That is about all. You're fucking coon, sir. of the highest order, and I hope that they don't vote you in because you're black. Because that's what they see when they look at you, motherfucker. They see a nigga.